Thank you for joining us on this week's episode of JPTV. I'm Wade Smith.
And I'm Sam Sherman. Today we'll bring you inside the ongoing prep for the ACT, behind the scenes of the 4th grade Olympics project, and answer some questions you may have about homecoming.
But first, football is heading across town to play rival Jackson Academy.
As we embark on a new chapter, JPTV's Anna Claire Young takes us into the rivalry.
First, we asked Patriot Pack member Worth McGee what he was looking forward to at JA Week.
I'm really excited about the anticipation of this week, and we've been talking about this game for 2 weeks, and I'm excited to see my friends go out there and beat JA.
Next, we asked Sam Sherman, another member of the Patriot Pack, what goes on into the pep rally and game as a Patriot Pack member.
So, we've been hard at work on our video, got a late start, so it's been a 2-week process. We've really been on crunch time, really getting everybody's individual parts in, making sure it's well produced and all. And, I've been collecting clips so that we can make a good post on Instagram to get the students hype. And we've been collecting horns and noisemakers that we could use to get a real good loud student section to lead our boys to victory Friday.
We asked football players Wade Smith and Parker Orr their thoughts on JA Week.
Growing up, going to First Pres, I've always known about the Prep-JA rivalry, and I've always going to all the games. We used to go play football against all the JA guys back behind the game and make an imaginary JA prep football game. So now it's really cool to be playing in it, and especially this year with all the changes they've made player-wise. We really just want to beat them. We want to remain dominant in that rivalry, and we really think we can do it. We think we have the game plan, we have the scheme, we have everything in place to beat them, and so it's just going to be a matter of executing on Friday night.
It's going to be kind of weird playing some old friends I used to play with all throughout high school and middle school, but I think it should be a fun game, fun to get some old teammates and going after it against them.
We asked Coach Burke what his thoughts are about the game tonight.
Hey, this has been a very tough week for us. Hey, we're getting ready. We had a game last week that we played really well against Cathedral, but now we're going up against one of the big schools right here in Jackson Academy, and they're loaded. They've got a lot of talented players, a lot of good players that colleges are looking for at the D1 level and D2 level. So we're getting prepared. We're excited about the challenge. We'll be over there at their so-called Brickyard, but working really hard this week on preparing for what we'll have to deal with on their offense, me coaching the linebackers, and with a very good defensive line. I know the offensive coaches are putting together a good game plan, and we hope to come out victorious on Friday.
We asked cheerleaders Anna Claire Young and Mary Hollis Maddox about what they do for JA Week and what they are looking forward to.
Right now, we have cheer every day until 4 because we're learning new dances now. I taught my dance on Monday. It's kind of difficult, but I think we all have it.
I'm Mary Hollis. I'm a junior cheerleader, and I'm excited about this week. We get to watch the new Patriot Pack video, and we've been working really hard for this week's dance to perform at the pep rally in the game.
Last, we talked to the Pacer officers about preparation for this week, as well as what they are looking forward to.
It's so much fun because it's a big rivalry game and we work really hard to perfect our dance.
This week we've had practice on Patriot Avenue and we've had so much fun doing the dance.
My favorite part about the game is definitely that we get to perform before the game, so then we get to cheer on the football team in the student section for the whole game, and that this year we're doing cookies and cokes with the accents.
Here's JPTV's Harper Herring with a recap of last week's game against Cathedral and a look into tonight's rivalry game against JA.
Last Friday, Prep traveled to Cathedral and won 49-0 in running clock, and this week they look to go against JA in the big rivalry game. Here's Coach Cohen with a look into this week's game.
Yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape going into the JA week. Our team is pretty healthy. We've been getting better every week. We've been fortunate the last 4 years since I've been here that we haven't lost to JA yet, so we hope that continues. So this game is always a big rivalry between the two schools, and I think both teams will be up to play, and I don't think getting ready to play the game this week will be a problem at all for either group.
I'm Harper Herring with JPTV.
Next, JPTV's Lily Grubbs had the chance to interview some students about the upcoming homecoming week.
I'm Lily Grubbs, and I'm here with Jay Bennett. Jay, what are you most excited for homecoming?
I'm excited for the dance.
What dress-up day are you most excited for during the week?
Greek.
And what is your after-party theme?
Y2K.
Now I'm here with Julia Herring, and Julia, what are you most excited for homecoming?
The dance.
What dress-up day are you most excited for?
Duos.
And then, what's your after-party theme?
Y2K.
With Maddie Webb, Maddie, what are you most excited for homecoming?
The after party.
What theme is y'all's after-party?
Duos.
And what duo are you going to be?
Lola and Bugs Bunny.
Next week's homecoming themes are Wednesday, Greek versus Greek life, and Thursday, dynamic duos.
Recently, Jackson Prep's 4th grade classes have been working on their Olympic projects.
On Thursday, these students got to dress up as their Olympic sport and present their projects in front of the whole school.
JPTV's Meg Barber has the story.
This Thursday, Jackson Prep 4th grade students presented their Olympic projects. These students have been researching, choosing what sports they want to do, and learning a lot about each sport leading up to this day.
So we've been sending inquiries and HMNs, and through the process we talked about the Olympics, and so to really get the students a hands-on experience, they were able to research an Olympic game, either past, present, future, and learn about the sport, the rules, the qualifications, and then from there we did a Google Slide presentation where we brought typing skills, they typed it out, and then they also used a trifold board as their physical presentation, and then put all of their information, and then they will also dress as their Olympic sport if presented to the school.
What's one fun fact about your sport?
That it's a team sport and an individual sport.
What's one fun fact about your sport?
It started in 1904 and it's
of the Olympic sports, and really with them as a class, we talked about a little bit about each sport and shared some pictures, talked about so summer or winter Olympics, and then the students went and wrote their top sports and why they wanted that sport, and then we decided as a team which student was doing which sport so that we had a variety of sports and not the same.
For JPTV, I'm Meg Barber.
The middle school robotics team took home the top 3 awards last weekend at the season opening competition hosted on campus. The team brought home 3 different awards: Tournament Champion, Robotics Skills Champion, and Excellence Award, securing the honor of being the best overall team at the tournament. The season is off to a hot start heading into the next tournament, October 25th at Madison Middle School.
Last Saturday, the Central Mississippi Down Syndrome Society Buddy Walk took place at Mississippi College and was a huge success. This is an annual fundraising event which celebrates individuals with Down syndrome and their families, promoting community awareness. This was the first time since it began 23 years ago that it was held at Mississippi College, and organizers are hopeful this can continue into the future.
Next Tuesday, students have the opportunity to take the ACT and the PSAT on campus.
JPTV's Harper Herring has the information you need to know.
On October 14th, students at Jackson Prep will be taking the ACT. This year, the ACT's format is undergoing some changes. Here's Ms. Van Uden on the changes of the ACT and some tips.
So the new changes to the ACT are pretty exciting. There's more time, fewer questions, and no science section. I think this gives our students a great advantage. What do you think, Jack?
I think it's pretty great because I'm not very good at science, so I don't have to do that part now. So
there we go.
It's great for me.
Many students will be taking the ACT for the first time this year, so we asked them how they would be preparing for it.
The best way to prepare for the ACT is to practice, practice, practice. Take a practice test, check your answers, ask your teachers for help, and then try it again. Do this until you're comfortable with all of the test questions. Jack, what's one way that you're going to study for the ACT?
I'm going to make sure I know how to use my calculator on all the math problems. And
great advice.
Know all the equations.
I'm Harper Herring with JPTV.
Juniors and seniors have been busy applying to and touring different colleges.
Sam and I spoke with students about the college application and touring process. We asked Mr. Upchurch what he stresses to seniors during this point in the college application process.
So the most important thing that seniors can be doing right now is staying on top of their deadlines. When a senior applies to a college, that college generates a portal for the student, and they helpfully maintain a checklist of things that the student needs to take care of. But the more schools that a student applies to, that means there's more stuff to be done. And so knowing when things are due, reading emails, those are the 2 critical things I emphasize with seniors right now.
We also asked Mr. Upchurch if it's too early for juniors to be thinking about college application.
What I would emphasize for juniors is that they take this time to really start to explore their college options. And they can do that in a couple of ways. Show up when we have college reps here on campus to visit. They can interact with him directly, ask lots of questions, learn about the universities that they represent. And then the second is to actually get out there this year, next spring, next summer, get onto college campuses. There's absolutely no substitute for that. Learning what the community feels like, what the people are like, even something like what's the weather like in that town or that region, is so critical for a student to be able to see if it would be a good fit for him or her.
Finally, we interviewed some Jackson Prep seniors about their experience with college application.
All right, so I've applied to a lot of colleges: Mississippi State, Clemson, Auburn, Ole Miss, a bunch of places. I'm probably headed to Mississippi State. I'm big in the football recruiting, so been recruited by State, Ole Miss, Auburn, Clemson, but school is probably the route that I'm going to go, and the application process is not that bad, especially for young guys. Doesn't even take that long, and apply for all the scholarships you can. They're very useful, and you get a lot of money.
So I applied to Mississippi State. I got into Mississippi State. I'm currently looking and finishing applying to Oklahoma and South Alabama. I'm working on the National Merit Scholarship. Almost finished with that up. It's a lot of essay work. I'm taking the ACT next week, trying to finish the Star Student, see if I can get the ACT up a little bit more.
That wraps up this week's episode of JPTV. I'm Sam Sherman.
And I'm Wade Smith. Stay safe, Jackson Prep.